I was actually really sad that I had to fight Choo-Choo's in regular SR. Because I was like, oh, I'm going to get slaughtered no matter what. And I was hoping for something a little bit more chaotic, so maybe there was a chance.
Yeah, if you have like, maybe 5 other people, you can be like, we can camp, it'll be okay. Just keep killing you guys.
Yeah, no.
It wasn't okay.
No, actually it was close. Our mid laner almost first blooded him. He went down to like 80 health. It was actually really close. Our brand almost crushed that kid. But it's okay, yes. So we are, looks like regular SR. So just kidding. You lied to me.
I'm sorry. I didn't actually know. I was just curious.
You just talked about it anyway.
I just wanted it to be X-Kill. There are balls bouncing in the crowd. That's interesting.
Wow, we're actually in LCS order on blue side.
Yeah.
Actually on both. Wow. That's impressive.
Shout out to the people. Shout out to the stagehands, getting everyone in order. And as we said, it's going to be SMK versus Juzza. They're going to go into the bottom lane together as supports. And Juzza told me, man, I just want to have fun, but I'm probably not going to play very well. So we're going to see some curious blitzcrank play here. And SMK is going to be on a pretty standing one for her. It's Morgana.
Yeah, we'll have to see. I mean, it depends how fast Subin is with the black shields there. So Morgana can beat Blitz, but you have to have really, really fast timing. It's very difficult to do. So I don't know. This could go very well for the interestingly Blitz Ashe lane.
Yeah, Blitz Ashe is not super common. Generally with Blitzcrank, you see aggressive AD carries. Graves Blitz was very popular. But even stuff like Jinx Blitz is okay for the double stuns. You can stand them out.
Yeah. Ashe is like the least aggressive of the AD, like literally the least aggressive. So interesting mix, but we're going to see how it goes. I mean, maybe you perma-slow someone, right, and then they die on their way back. So
you definitely have CC. Blitz is actually okay at peeling for your AD as well, because he's got just such a great kit for that. But generally you want to be pulling people in and getting them killed, so that's not going to happen here. Yasuo versus Talon actually was the mid lane, which is kind of interesting. Yeah. Very, very skill dependent, but I think maybe slightly Talon favored.
I'm actually not sure. I feel like, Talon's been picked up as one of the Yasuo counter picks, though I personally haven't seen it play very successfully.
Yeah, Yasuo hasn't seen a lot of play for a while.
Well, yeah, also pretty much all the NA Talons are pretty bad, so it kind of biases the stats a little bit. It's the case.
Hey,
they're all unsuccessful on Talon.
They're not wrong. It's true.
They're good players. They just don't play Talon very well. And also, both teams are very AD heavy as well, which is going to be a bit of a buff for actually both supports. Because like Frozen Heart's great on Blitz, and Zhonya's great on Morgana, so that could be fun as well.
Yep.
And then you just got to see assassins fight each other. Going to run around killing each other. Pantheon man dropping could be great.
Yeah, Pantheon from the top lane's always interesting for me because he's great in the jungle. He's actually pretty. That was interesting.
It passed the barrier.
Yeah, good dodge though. Good to see you still got the skills.
I actually got hit by an Orange at Gamescom.
You did. I remember that. I think everyone remembers that actually.
I wish I'd caught it like out of nowhere. I just like had like gesturing and be like, oh, I have an orange.
No, you're okay. It's fine.
No, that didn't happen though.
No.
That'd have been cool if it did.
It would.
If only.
Well, let's pretend it happened that way.
Yeah.
All right.
You know, actually, I was at Gamescom 2 years ago, and someone threw an orange at me, and I just randomly caught it.
Nice.
And it was amazing. You can look it up on YouTube. It's free catches an orange at Gamescom.
Cool. All right, guys, check that out, of course. But game should be underway soon. Top lane's kind of curious as well. Pantheon, as we said, loves to use that ultimate aggressively, roam around the map. We're actually onto the Rift now as well. On the left-hand side is our blue side. That is right SMK's team, and Rito Juzza over on the right-hand side. That's the red team.
All right, so the interesting thing is, right now, Pantheon's actually sitting in ulti range of the mid lane, but he's only level 1, so that's not very useful. But he's already kind of preparing the motions here.
Yeah, just want to make sure, do I have this range right? Is everything okay? Nara's kind of a curious matchup there in the top as well. Haven't seen a little bit more Nara, actually. It's kind of seeing more and more players, people start to play that champion.
I think especially after 4.13, I guess 4.14, the patch that these are actually going to be played on and so on, Nara became a really, really good top lane pick. And I wish we had seen it more during Worlds and whatnot, but I understand not playing the champion pre-buffs. Though I expect to see him a lot this weekend, as well as just generally on live and whatnot. Definitely a great champion. Seems the way you build him is one AD item at most into tank, and then you basically rely on just trying to get into Mega Gnar as much as possible. Like you consider that your main form, even though it's harder to get into. But you look forward to those moments where you become Mega Gnar, and that's kind of the gameplay.
Yeah, one of the nice things is that you actually manage your lanes really well in mini Gnar form, because he's kind of a super annoying, very slippery range champion.
He's like a slightly less annoying Teemo.
Yeah, okay, sure.
Harder to kill, but less annoying.
Yeah, Teemo was very annoying, so I have to give you credit there.
Yeah.
Is this one of those things, though, where Nara is, like, normally when you have a big tank like that with, like, so many good brawly abilities, it's awful to lane with, because it's just like, I don't do anything.
Yeah.
But in range form, you do plenty. You're actually kind of almost a lane bully with Hyper.
And I feel like there's a lot of players who still don't quite understand all of his damage potential, because Hyper not only gives you the speed boost, but actually a lot of burst damage. And just a lot of players I'll see just like get caught out, be at half health, and be like, oh crap, I can't even run away from you anymore. And they just die because they don't quite respect the Gnar damage.
Yep, so as you can see, it's a bit of trading back and forth here. Pantheon Spear is going to be coming in, Boomerang there for Knight in the top lane. Mid lane's going to be curious, pretty much a farm fetch early on. Yasuo definitely has a bit of an edge in the early levels, like he almost always does. And Talon's one of those champions that can get bullied around. Oh,
I think you missed that one.
Tornado did not go the intended direction, just sending a message though.
There was a really strong breeze, so his... No, it's not Wind Slash. That's never mind. That's the wrong champion. That's Riven.
It is Riven.
Yeah. They have a history, though.
Do they really?
I mean, it's kind of... It's assumed so. So in the lore of Yasuo, right? The Yasuo lore is like his mentor gets killed. He's framed for it because he was killed by like a wind technique. And he's like, well, I'm the wind technique master. And he goes and like he finds the corpse and he's like, who else knows wind technique? I wonder who else has wind in their names of their abilities.
And the answer, of course, being Riven.
Yes.
Wind Slash.
Maybe it was just Janna.
Maybe.
Janna's like secretly a dick.
That would... Oh man, that's not a good way to go. It'd be like some master of an ancient sword art and he died at Janna.
That's like AP Janna is
like
scary. Oh, top lane! Oh!
Pantheon first blood there onto Nadas, diving on top of the face. By will rotate through. Just missing that Vault Breaker. Double off, so Pantheon could be happening. And now Yasuo going to bully this town. Does take a tower hit though. That's not what he wanted at all. Ignite does get popped through as well. Steel Tempest just missing there. You got to be quite precise with the range. It will be okay. But first blood there. Oh, second blood as well. There's the double buff.
Kills to Red Comet 69. That is the manliest Pantheon name I have probably ever seen.
It's very strong. And that's a great start for him as well in the top lane. Not only does he get the first blood, gets an extra goal for a second kill and the double bust from Vi as well.
Oh, yeah.
Not the jungle pressure we'd envision for the top lane.
Well, I mean, top lane did get some jungle pressure. That's definitely true.
I don't think it went the way that the blue team wanted it to.
No, it went the way, exactly the way the blue team wanted it to. Yeah.
It definitely went the way the blue team.
We got there eventually, don't worry. We figured it out. We figured it out by the end here. I like that a guy's got a headband on, by the way. You see that?
Yeah.
That's sweet.
That's awesome. Actually, kind of a... Oh, man. It's going to go... Great
knock up there!
Ignite.
Gets the kill! Oh, my God!
He's going Ignite doesn't kill him! Are you joking? Those potions. Clutch moves from that talent. Completely outplaying Yasuo in the mid.
Dangerous game indeed with this
one. Of course. That mastery, every time. You're like, oh, it's all good. Oh, no. It's all awful.
He leveled up as well. That was actually really big. So many things going in his favor here.
And now Pantheon going to return with the double buffs. Nas not too happy about this.
No, because infinite Qs are pretty hard to deal with here. He's also got like 35 AD in items, so have fun with that one. Juzza taking a lot of poke as well. Walked forward for not much gain on this one.
Yeah, you've got to be careful on Blitz as well. You get harassed so easily as a melee support, just in general, but Blitz especially. Just doesn't really try. That was a hook
though. But the black shield and no aggro from the turret. The mini wave is just in range.
Yeah, really nice black shield there. Very quick from SMK, despite getting grabbed. Will prevent any further harm from coming there. Megan now coming up soon here for the top lane. But back down the bottom, actually, a rotation's coming through. Vi did want to have a look, but it is warded.
And so out they go. Sergeant Reaper. He didn't go full elite with the name, though. Only the E's became 3s. You got to go with the 4 and the A.
Oh, Pantheon.
Wow, wavy disc. Taking some pain now. Vi on Vi action. This is violence here.
Really
Zontek's got to be careful. Meow gonna land one more hit. He'll get the kill. No Vault Breaker. The flash. The auto attack, and Meow is king of the jungle. Queen of the jungle.
So early lead here for the blue side. 3-1 now in kills, and about 1,000 gold ahead. So nice little early start here. 6 minutes in. Talon versus Yasuo again. Continue the kind of interesting battle here. 23 to 29. Yasuo's Talon's gonna jump on top, and that kill especially gonna hit Sir Putt Putt. He's gonna be very happy there.
I feel like this is a matchup that's going to go really hard in Talon's favor now. He's got almost a full level lead plus some extra AD as well. And it's just very consistent for Talon to get his combo down. And you really can't wind wall more than maybe one side of Rake if you start with a Cutthroat. So gonna be honestly very, very difficult for Physics to do much in that matchup.
Yeah, you can actually block the Shadow Assault blades,
you can do
but
it
it's
too.
really, really difficult. You have to know exactly how that all works. And now Pantheon's gonna come through.
Oh my God, that play was so sick.
Just pops the ultimate, goes invisible, and Pantheon's like, hey, where'd you go, man?
Yeah. He even he dodged literally everything with E. That was like freaking ridiculous. But the thing is, even though you can win wall his various ranged abilities, once you're ahead in a melee versus melee matchup, you can just sit there auto attacking and win anyway. So you force your opponent to act, and you can wait on these cooldowns to come down and then hit them with your spells later.
Yeah, we talk about assassins a lot as being kind of a game of chicken almost, where you don't want to use your ultimate first, because if you all in and don't kill them, then you get all in and you absolutely are dead every single time. And yes, so we're not really an assassin, actually closer to an AD carry in terms of champion. He's a melee carry, basically. Not really an assassin like Talon, but this principle kind of applies here. When Talon's ahead, he's just like, I'm going to wait here. I don't need to use my ultimate until I absolutely have to.
Oh yeah, Talon like one-shots your entire team if he's ahead. So definitely a champion you've got to respect here. The CS is staying close, but again, that kill does matter quite a bit. However, he's the only guy really succeeding so far in this game. Top lane, jungle, and AD carry roles all out-farming and or out-killing their opposition. So a lot of weight on Sir Putt-Putt's shoulders.
Yeah, no, here, not quite at level 6.
Oh, the jungler again, and he's 2 levels up. That's going to be a
ultimate
kill
does come through, pops in there, and there's a easy auto attack. Now the blue buff's going to go turn it over as well. Nice check, actually. Just feeling, you know what? If she's here, I think she's dead.
And yeah, she was pretty dead right there. So a second kill going over to Meow on Vi. Sir Putt-Putt actually being denied blue, and actually, he also didn't even get an assist, so there's no real extra lane lead there, but the roam to the bot lane might matter. Wow!
Great ultimate there from Yasuo, gonna pop up the last one after the Vault Breaker. There's the double kill to keep things really nice for that Yasuo, who was falling behind in the mid lane, and a nice Q there from Vi. Now Dragon's up as well.
And this is gonna be pretty much very convenient. Actually, no, top lane, look
Great
at that very nice ulti.
And it's gonna throw a house right in his face. The blue will go, or the Dragon, sorry, will go to the blue team, but that's exactly what we're talking about when Nars just such a difficult champion to play against.
And there we go, though. But still, even with the top lane matchup going well, the fact that this Dragon came through, the 2 kills in the roam as well, the blue side are very, very far ahead overall in this this matchup.
And you can see right now it just translates to a nice little gold lead, 3,000 and counting, 6-2 in kills there for the blue side. So feeling happy there, as you can tell. Jinx, as you mentioned, getting further and further ahead of CS. Level 6 now for her. She'll be happy and just will keep farming as long as she needs to. Mid lane again now. Yasuo, oh, never mind, getting all in by Talon. Gonna get jumped on top of, doesn't quite kill him. Will the bleed? It's not enough there, and Vizix lives.
Wow, he had Ignite up as well. Didn't think he needed it. Sir Putt-Putt was wrong and wasted that. Didn't use the cooldown, could have gotten a kill. Kale does take a good bit of damage. And this is the thing, this matchup is really going to be very rough right now. Ooh, good run from the mid lane.
Pantheon.
It's Pantheon drop, good stuff.
And it's one of the things where it's like, from the top lane, you can't quite influence as many lanes as Pantheon, but if you just roam down, you push out your lane, or you're just coming back from base especially, it's really easy just to be like, you know what, I'm just going to walk into this lane with my ult and get a very clean kill.
There's something actually fairly convenient about this as well, because we're seeing Vizix roam out of his lane a couple times as well. It makes it an open lane that Pantheon can come down to, man drop into, hold the lane, things like that. So a little bit of extra things you can do when your mid laner roams out. You can actually do good things with top lane Pantheon. And
I actually want to ask you a little bit about the build in the top lane here for Pantheon specifically free. We've got Tiamat actually, and looks like Ravenous Hydra will be up very, very quickly.
Yeah, so Hydra Pantheon's interesting. I don't see a lot of solo lane Pantheons. My gut check, though, is that as you get into sort of mid-game against bruiser types like a Gnar, you don't have the mana pool to actually kill him by yourself. Actually, we're going to watch this fight first. He's going to get away. It's fine. You don't have the mana pool to kill him with just spells. You've got to go for auto attack abilities.
Yeah, Red Fly has to run away.
And Red Comet's dead. Like, he's 1 hit from dead right now.
Yep,
there we
go. Mega Null once again.
And that's the thing, is you can't rely on an armor pen build to kill a champion like Gnar. Like, getting the sustain, getting the Hydra, getting things like that are actually how he's going to be able to win the 1v1s. But of course, it's too late for him at this point, I think.
Yeah, nice zap as well down the bottom lane for Jinx. Ashe having a bit of trouble here early on. 20 CS behind as Blitzcrank here. Rito Juzzer is trying to defend as best he can for his teammates. We'll see what happens. Blitz has found a couple grabs. Grabbed a minion last time. We'll see. And Ashe is going to volley away. Ashe Blitz is a nice pairing in the sense that you can set up for the skill shots quite well. But again, Ashe just not the aggressive. Oh, nice attempt actually, but a good shield by SMK as well.
And that was a slightly slow shield here, but a good jump in. Really good binding as well. Good damage. If they ult, they can probably get both kills here. Looks like they are going to chase that fight down. Kale is going to take the double stun. A great rocket as well. Binding will hit. And even though the flash comes in, it's not going to matter. Sergeant Reaper gets the kill. Good setup.
And that was a really great setup actually down the bottom lane. Using those ultimates. Never mind, Meow's been found. Now Talon will dive at the top. Vi will dunk this time around, and Zontrex gets revenge.
She's double ult for that one, but super worth it right there. Money coming back into the pockets of Zontrex. And you're going to have a little bit less pressure now on this map. Meow's ulti is still down, though, but it'll be back up right around the time she respawns. Which, honestly, because you've got these very long cooldown, or long ulti cooldown junglers, you actually kind of trade advantages just from the ulti cooldowns.
Yep, and Yasuo going to get aggressive. Doesn't quite follow up in the last Q. Does have his Ignite. Won't hit that knock-up, though. So cannot follow in with the last breath. Vi actually off to the side. No ultimate there for Zontrex, but will kind of fish here. Talon is going back. He'll spend some of that money. And we'll see how that goes. Still quite even on the middle. In fact, they have almost identical CS, and they've got identical scores.
Yeah, they do, but the builds are going to be pretty divergent here. Static Shiv done soon for Vizix is going to be a very nice power spike. Same thing though for Tiamat. I feel like they're going to stay fairly equal for a short time.
And we've got the Tiamat Pantheon there. As you said, kind of an interesting item. Pantheon, a bit more of a brawler than an assassin, but there's a lot of burst damage, weirdly enough. It's kind of an AD caster. Talon, though, oh man, Nas actually going to try and bounce in. Doesn't want to go through. There's the coming out, but Meganar pops in, wallops him right in the face. Nas him back into the torch as well. Great. House also coming through, and Zuntrex couldn't quite get in time, but that was a beautiful CC chain.
Yeah, you can see the value of, once you hit level 9 especially, getting 2 Qs overall in your combos. You just get a lot of damage output there, and the Hydra lifesteal as well lets them actually do that again without really running out of resources, whereas if you went for like a Last Whisper Brutalizer build, he'd be ooming and definitely running out of health right now.
Yeah, kind of wants to control some of these waves as well. He's just trying to keep Waydisc down and leave his lane go roam again, but Talon gonna look to go in, actually gonna get clipped by fire. That's a great Yasuo ultimate right on top. Gonna dunk him as well. We've actually talked about Yasuo by quite a bit when we used to see more of that champion. KL though is now in quite a bit of trouble. Red Comet's gonna get the kill in the top lane as well on Sergeant Reaper's gonna pick Ash up down towards the bottom, and it's kills everywhere, Freak. Absolute carnage.
The binding setups are absolutely crucial here for the blue team over and over and over again. Someone's getting picked off by these bind fishes, and they're falling for a hook, line, and sinker.
They really are. As Vizix is going to continue to see us here in the mid lane. Mobility boots actually up for Ash. Maybe feels that she really needs to get to that lane ASAP. And Jinx is just coming along there with, I presume Infinity Edge is on the way first with that BF Sword, but could build a Bloodthirster if she so desired.
Yeah, both builds are acceptable. I think Edge first is significantly better on every AD carry just because the damage output of the crit is so darn high.
Yeah. On Jinx especially.
It's
Feels so good.
It's pretty crazy. So yeah, Moby Homeguard Ash, it's an interesting choice. It is going to let him get back to lane. You're seeing him get some XP because of this. Theoretically, it can pay for itself, but that's you banking on dying a lot, which is not a way you're probably going to win the game.
Or having to recall and split push out. So definitely more of a long-term investment there. It's a good Flame Chompers come down. Will keep Zuntrex out of the way. Ultimates for Vi. Back up on one side, the right side over theirs. Meows will be back in about 20 seconds or so. But Pink Wads are getting cleared out. And this next Dragon's coming up in 10 seconds. So we'll start the next fight there.
Looks like that's going to be the case. Yeah, 7 seconds till it respawns. This will be a small window, I think, actually, in the red team's favor cooldown-wise. Although, the just overall champion power means Meow could just make some things happen here. Kale very low on health, just takes so much burst right away. 2 hits from Ted, the binding hits, and so do the Flame Chompers.
Yeah, and actually Meow kind of looked very aggressive there, like he had his ultimate ready to go. Didn't at all, just hit a great Vault Breaker. That's going to parlay into Dragon after 2 clean kills in the bottom lane. And Talon's hunting around here with the Vi, but there's absolutely nothing they can do. 2v5.
Oh, no, not at all. This is just complete control. Don't even need ward coverage. There aren't any, to be fair, but a 5v3, you can't go face check into that.
Yeah, no towers being pressured though. That's one of the, actually Pantheon's going to come in, try and cut them off from the back here with his ultimate. Vi does come in, Meow with the ultimate back up, but they're not going to chase. I think they're going to stick the Jinx in the bottom lane with that Mog, try and take out that tower. Meganar coming up soon. Maybe he's going to try for a kill, but doesn't want to go too deep. Actually, quite behind on experience down the top lane as well. Oh, Kale.
Oh, but
that binding thankfully missed. There's the ultimate from Morgana, and an easy clean up there for Jinx. Didn't even need this net, just the slow from Salt Shackles.
That was great. The good Flame Chompers, though, did hit on the edge, which was very crucial there. And that's one thing I like about more Jinx's lane I actually just played when I was playing. It's just you have a lot of ways to fish for kills. Look at that every single time. Phoenix is on point with those ultis. In comes Meganar in the bottom lane.
Yeah, there we go. Sergeant Reaper going to chase him down. Meganar going to look to tower dive. They say Wallop does hit. House will go in as well, and Talon dives in for that last kill. Wavy Disc showing really, really nice mechanics.
Problem is, though, mid lane's getting shoved down. There's so many lanes going well. You can only turn so many of them around. And with a 1-4 Vi, even though the ultis are good, it's just you're not getting enough happening.
And I think this is exacerbated in games like this when you have a Jinx. Jinx is one of those champions that just feels fabulous to snowball on as an AD carry. Because if everyone's winning, you're just pushing lanes, you're the monster of pushing down turrets.
Right, she's so good in every single situation when you're winning. If you're winning team fights, she resets and catches other people. She has 2 different forms of CC to make that happen. One of the longest, actually pretty much the longest level 9 range of any AD carry except for Kog'Maw. If you just get a split push, she has the best turret killing of any AD carry. So she really snowballs games incredibly well.
Yep, now Vizic's going to get chased down. Grab does hit there for right. Jazza. Now Kale's going to come in. Sir Putt going to keep getting ahead. And there's the rate coming out. Ignite will be flashed, but there's enough damage for Ash, and that's crucial gold onto that AD carry.
Now she's going for the Avarice Blade here, trying to catch back up in money. Ooh, great binding. Zontrex won't quite catch. Exhaust may be a bit unnecessary. SMK will get out safely. 30 gold in the pockets.
And a good attempt, actually. That Vault Breaker almost clipped Morgana despite the binding, so nice play on both sides. but no objective to really fight for in this bottom half of the river. So instead, the blue team are going to do exactly what any team with that's quite far ahead does, and that's use all their options effectively. They're going to split push.
Yes, they're doing it pretty nicely right now. Even though Gnar, I think, could handle Pantheon since he hasn't backed in a while, and there he goes now. There's just so few places for Wavy Disc to be, or sorry, too many places for him to be. He's only one person, so there's just not a lot of power on this red side. They've got to find a way to get other people up to snuff who can actually fight effectively. Ash very far behind in items, being a really big problem with that one. And it's going to take some time for the red team to rebound.
Yeah, it's kind of one of those things where you say to your team, all right, we're quite far behind. In this case, it's actually 10,000 gold behind. Oh, that's another great finding. SMK going to put down the Flame Choppers coming as well. Dodges the wall up just, but gets Nard back in, and there's an easy kill for Wavy Disc. And just like that, it's one pick. Oh, Vizix, so he's going to come in. There's a good Blade of the Ruin King activation. Can they protect it? There's the ult from Jinx in there as well. Yasuo does get the knock-up, double kill, and the triple there. And beautifully played by Jinx and Yasuo.
That was absolutely phenomenal. The self-setup knock up there, the rocket was great as well. Just absolutely great stuff. And the thing is, that's kind of all Red Side has, is their top laner and mid laner going and making the play. And they got that first pick. It was really, really good. But the problem is there's follow-up from almost everyone who's doing well on blue side.
Yeah, and they can continue to make picks with Blitzcrank if they can find good spots, but they need to really effectively defensively ward. And this inhibitor is being pushed down once again. Jinx just showing that when we're ahead, it's so easy to keep being ahead. Zap does follow in there as well. Jinx going to chase down Ash, does flash, and Sergeant Reaper will not chase there.
No, that's the right play by Jinx right there. Force the flash, get out, you're just fine. Unfortunately, no one else was there to turn that kill in. If they had realized Chomper was going to hit, they could have gone for it. Vizix and Meow, it's going to be safe. Grab the blue buff, out they go.
Yeah, and just so much control here for the blue side. Just dominating the enemy side of the map here in the red team, sorry. Again, they're trying to get picks, as you said, top and mid going well, so those solo laners looking to make it happen. They just need to find great finding though. And there's the dunk on the Juzzer as well. SMK will follow up. The Flame Chompers land in there as well. And this Jinx is doing so much work. There's even Pantheon coming in over the top, not just missing that zap there as well. Vi will Vault Breaker out. Good bounce as well there from Wavy. This great slow actually to protect everyone else. But the blue team, again, when you're ahead, get more ahead, and they're just picking people off all the time.
And they're getting a decent number of wards up as well, so they're finding these picks fairly repeatedly, and that's just really massive for them, that they're over and over and over again. Someone's getting Vault Breaker, someone's getting man dropped on, someone's getting picked off, and it just leaves so little breathing room.
Oh, just missing that ward. Talon gets back in time there, but the blue team, as we've said, got some great scores here. 4-1 for the Pantheon in the top. 5-1-6 actually with Vi, doing a lot of work from the jungle. 5-2-3 for that Yasuo. 5-1-6 for Jinx. And Morgana supporting as always. 1-1-10. And just gold leads all across the shot.
I mean, it's at this point not even close. You got two guys within 2,000 gold, which is the top and mid, and they do enough damage to kill this squishy lineup, but there's just, again, very few options.
Yeah, and the red team are just going to have to turtle up, see what they can do at this stage of the game. Wards is pretty much where we're at this one, but the power spikes are just coming through, and I love the Vitality Force that's coming. The Brutalizer Elder Lizard's pretty standard, especially if you're having a good game, but if you can delete an 80 carry by ulting on top of them, it's so hard when the jungler is the one assassinating you.
Yeah, as long as you pay attention to whether you're going for Wavy Disc or not, because Mega Gnar with the Chain Vest is going to survive that kind of onslaught, generally speaking. So they have to be a little bit cognizant of their targets, but otherwise, I think this is a very good build.
Yeah, and Blade of the Ruin King actually is the next item there for Jinx. That is a curious one for me, Freak, as Kale is going to get dunked here by this Vi. You can just see the damage already without the Trinity Force being completed. Denting Blows comes in, and Yasuo, he wants to secure this kill so badly, but Meow does.
Oh! The Vizix steal. Nicely done.
Ran all the way there to bottom lane to E Ash once. Well done, mate.
Didn't even cost mana.
Poor Ash there. I mean, I'd be curious to see if I actually wanted to give that kill over, but doesn't really matter. He good rotation up to the top for the red side, though. They'll get a tower here, because that Dragon's going to get sold up pretty comfortably here by Yasuo, who's going, by the way, the very snowbally build. Berserker Greaves, Static Shift, and he's going straight for Infinity Edge.
He's going to do so much damage during these fights, man. I mean, he's already destroying the backline, but it's going to be even harsher, even faster. First draw of the game, though, did come through for the red community teams. That's good. They're getting some global gold in. And really all they can do is keep playing these picks, keep using Talon and Vi, use their ultimates on cooldown, find someone squishy, someone split off. They keep trying to farm champions to get gold back in. Kale's got to be careful of where he stands. He's barely in volley range and has to be afraid. Finding a good hit right here.
Yep, Juzzer actually is rotating through SMK. Black Shield's a little early there We wanted to make sure it wasn't CC'd on the way through Ash's volley, but we're going to set up a siege now, it looks like, for the blue side. Nas in the mid, Panther will rotate over. Could actually look for a tower dive as well. In fact, there's Meow. Going to go on to Megan. Wavy Disc is about to transform in. They're going to dive right in. There's a good knock-up, and just gets obliterated by the damage. Rocker will follow, but Vizix picks up the kill anyway.
And the flash really not required there. And yeah, just so much burst coming out of the Vi Yasuo combo. It's a great one. Knock him out of Kale as well. This could be a dead Ash. There's the flash engage.
And there's the slow just missing on the Zontrax. That inhib will go down. Talon, they're trying to make a play, but I think he's trying to lure them away from the inhibitor. Blue team, though, do not take the bait, and they'll pick up a very early mid inhibitor here, 22.5 minutes in.
Yeah, it will at least stop them from being able to push down Nexus turrets because that minion wave is gone at this point, but it's over and over and over again. Blue team getting picks right here. They could set up Baron pretty cleanly. I don't think there's any reason for red side to face check.
No.
They're going to set up the trap just in case.
Again, just lack of wards in your own jungle. There's so many sweepers. Like, not even that many, just 2. And a bunch of really diligent warding there by the blue team. They're able to clear out so much vision. They are all going to recall. Got some gold to spend from their last few kills. They can run the Baron pretty much at any time, but I think now's a pretty decent time to try and get Baron and then close out the game.
Yeah, so good timing. They're going to recall back. They're going to buy other items. Infinity Edges come through. You talked about the Ruin King Jinx before. I don't love it. Back when you had to start like BT or Ruin King first, I tried BT first Jinx a while. I actually really liked it a lot. Even though it doesn't have any obvious synergies, it's actually just fairly effective in terms of snowballing kills because you just had so much stats. You could just fight people, slow them down, and guarantee the kills with minigun. As a second item, I don't love it. I'd rather sit on the Vamp Scepter and finish a Static Shiv. I think that's just always a stronger choice. But I mean, I could see like something like Ruin King third being effective.
It's a weird item where it's kind of a brawly AD carry item as Baron does get started up here by the blue team. You don't see it that often. Like, yes, you get some self-feel for it, but it's more, if you're expecting to have to fight a lot of assassins or tanks, you just kind of want to get in there and be like, I can keep myself safe. It's a pretty self-sufficient AD item instead of just doing lots and lots of overall DPS.
Right. It is an item that is there specifically for dueling. That is the reason you buy the item. If you need to like not die to Zed, Bloodthirster is better because it's twice the lifesteal and it gives you a shield. If you want to deal maximum auto attack damage, actually Lapse Whisper will almost always beat that, kind of regardless of your target choice. And plus it makes your spell damage higher too, which is great for Jinx. She might get into some duels, and actually it would probably be the best single item at helping her fight Vi.
And Gnar as well, I think, is the other consideration.
Yeah,
just doesn't want to get dove.
Reasonably good against Gnar as well, yeah.
We'll have to see what happens. It's going to start this push out though. Baron buff is onto the blue team as well. And it's going to throw out Poke. They've got Jinx Zaps and the Bindings as well. They pretty much fish for anything here. Even Vi can comfortably go in and dive here. They've got a lot of ways to start a fight. It's just a matter of starting the right fight here under this turret.
Almost any single battle is going to work there. Randuin's Omen plus Phage being done on the Vi means he's going to be pretty tanky, can take a few turret shots. Putt not having a Last Whisper means he can't really effectively kill the back line either. So just a straight tower dive right here would work.
Bindings, they're looking. There's a Jinx Rocket just poking them out from under the turret. Good wind wall as well. Going to keep that siege going, but decent wave clear actually from the red team, able to keep this turret quite healthy.
And that's very good for the red team to be able to do so, but problem is they're not really gaining much here. Mid lane's getting pushed in. There's the push in, and Meow's going to stay safe. That's an ulti down.
And they're going to dive in now as well. Wavy just going to be in trouble. That's a great knock up there for Yasuo. Just completely eats through everyone else. The Zonies gets popped by SMK, and a beautiful ace tower dive out from under the top.
5 for 0. Super Minions in for the Nexus as well. This will be GG, even if the team AFK'd right here. So 26 minutes. On to the Nexus they go. This should be it over.
And SMK proving her strength to the community members once again, banding them together from the support role. And Jinx here just going to knock down all the base here. It was a hard-fought game by both sides, but right, Juzza, I think he expected it to go not so great. And SMK, what a victory.
Absolutely outplayed. 15 KDA on her, 18 KDA on the Vi, 7-1 and 11 on the jungler for the blue side. And it's just a snowballing game. You got 2 lanes, actually 3 lanes I should say, that got ahead. Jungler outperforming as well, and almost every single battle went their way.
Yep, have to say that it was fun to see the Vi mirror match. People just going in, dunks left, right, and center, always great. And again, well fought by both community sides. Hope they had fun as well. That's really the point, but SMK is victorious once again. That Morgana, she's been playing quite a bit here too. A lot of success on the community stage.
Actually, all I care about is winning. I don't care if I had fun or not.
Okay. Well, I care about fun, so I'm glad I'm here to try and balance Freak out a little bit. Freak, do you feel like you won that game?
No, I was spectating, Julian.
You actually win every game you spectate, though.
I mean,
you get the victory screen. How good does that feel?
That victory screen is actually for the team that won the game.
Oh, okay.
Because when you click continue, you go to the post-game lobby, and it says, oh, blue team won. It doesn't say you won, it doesn't say victory. It says blue team won.
Okay, I think someone's maybe a little salty about their loss earlier today, but we will kick things over, I believe. And our MCs are back, guys. Give